the team at Mrs. P. I hope you're all okay. Hope you've all had a fabulous week. So if you follow me on Instagram, you'll have seen my stories last weekend that I was so excited about the Victoria Beckham documentary. I love her. She's like, I just love her. I just think she's magnificent. Like, she's the only woman I know that can walk around with resting bitch face all the time and just get away with it because she's just so fabulous. I love David as well. I don't know if I love him on his own or I just love what they've got in a marriage because they seem so happy. And like, you see videos of them dancing together and stuff and they just seem so in love so far on. I'm not going to comment on stories about affairs and stuff because I don't believe half the shit that's in the papers and stuff. So, and if he has, they've clearly worked through it. So who the hell are we to comment? And like, they're obviously really in love. So I've looked like, and I just, it is a bit like fangirling with her. I just think she's fabulous. But I went, yeah, like, he's proper fallen, like, out of my esteems. You know what I mean. Like, I'm not such a fan of him anymore. I think she's a legend. I think the criticism and everything that she's faced over the years. I just realised I still got the sticker on my mug. Like, and having to fight for her fashion brand name to be successful. And she's done it. She's put in the hours and hours of effort and work and hats off to her. Like, she's done so well. And that came across, she came across so well. I think he just came across as a bit of an arse, to be perfectly honest. Because he was very much, like, I don't know if you know, that her company was in the red. Like, for about 8 million, I think. Like, a lot. And she was fighting and fighting and fighting to get it out. And he was going, and I kept giving her money and giving her money, and I was giving her money and I was giving her money. And I was thinking to myself, I'm going to have to say no at some stage. Which I can understand. Like, I'm not saying throw all the money at it. But it was very, I was bailing her out. I was giving her money. My money bailed her out. And I thought, you're a dick because you're married. Is it not your money? It has occurred to me since watching it that maybe not everyone lives like me and Mr. P do. Like, any money we earn is our money. Our money. It goes in the pot, goes in the kitty. You know, we've got 6 kids to raise together. We've got bills to pay together. So we don't really have a his and hers. Like, if I phoned him and went, babe, can I borrow 100 quid? He'd go, well, he'd probably say, stop buying handbags. But he'd go, why are you asking? Like, it's our money. I mean, if I wanted to, like, you know, big amounts, he'd go, well, you know, if I wanted to spend like £1,000 or something, he'd be like, a bit of a heads up would be great. But it's our money, it's our kitty, it's, we both work hard, which they both do. And I just thought, oh, you're coming across proper. Like, I had to bail her out with my money. I think, oh, you dick. And there was a few little bits like that. And he just came across. And I tell you what I think did it for me. I think his career's over, pretty much. He's retired now, isn't he? I don't even know if he owns any football clubs anymore. Or manages, or whatever the heck he was doing. Don't think he does anymore. Whereas she's still going from strength to strength to strength. Like, she's not slowing down at all. She's like this massive powerhouse and she's going to have this, and well, she has got this fabulous fashion house. And it's almost a bit like, because he said to her towards the end, are you going to slow down now? Because you're in your 50. I'll come back to that as well in a minute. And she sort of went, well, no, why? And it was almost like he thought, God, if she carries on, she will be more of a success than I ever was. Because I'm done now. Which, you know, footballers' careers are shorter, I get that. But he was a bit like, are you not going to finish now? Are you not going to stop now? And it came across to me that he thought, God, if she carries on, she will be remembered as more famous and more successful as me. And that didn't sit well with him, which I thought is a really funny side to him. Like, I've never seen that before. Excuse me. I thought they were just like this massive powerhouse to get like, this Team Beckham. But I think he's a little bit insecure. And the age thing, because I think she's 51 and when they were filming, I think he's turned 50 since, and he was 49 and he was going, we're 50 soon, well, you're 51. And he made a point, now that is disrespectful to me. He made a point of telling people in the documentary that she's older than him and telling people her age, which you don't do. You just, it's in, like, maybe I was just brought up by parents of a different generation. You don't ask women their weight or their age. Why? And he sort of outed her for it. And there was little things throughout that he was very patronising and condescending. And I thought, ooh, you're a bit jealous here that she's going to be up here and you'll be down here, which I thought was really interesting. But I didn't like it about him. And I think because, I mean, in our house, obviously we big the kids up, any achievement's amazing. But me and Mr. P do that. We, if someone has had a brilliant day in work, it's a big thing. And we're like, yeah, well done, that's amazing. And Mr. P is the same with me when things are, I've had a brilliant day in work and I tell him and he makes a real fuss and I make a fuss of him because it's an achievement that benefits us all and it's great. It's good to feel good, isn't it? But he just, soz Dave, you proper went down in my estimations, I have to say. So there you go. That is, she just came across as an absolute legend. I was a bit, at the end we kind of went, oh, that's it. I'd like to have seen more. It was very focused around a fashion show and like the things that were going to go wrong. But she did do a fashion show in Paris outside in September. And she was a bit shocked that it was raining. So I kind of went, I can see why you've had some financial trouble. Is it tough, isn't it? 8 million in the red, and they're like, I was having some sleepless nights. Queen, I feel you. Honest to God. But different way of life. But she came across as an absolute superstar, and I absolutely loved her for it. And David, you've gone down in my estimations. You should be supporting your wife more than what you are. I just thought he was very patronising to her and condescending, and it did annoy me because they did a scene in the garden and he was going, you can hear the boys playing football, and I don't even think the boys live at home anymore. And then he went, I'll have to kick the football, and there's a massive hedge of like conifers that are, 20-foot conifers, and of course David has to get a kick in and get it all the way over to the conifers, and then he goes, you're welcome at the end, and I was like, you're not Maui, mate, dear God. And I just thought, you just had to make that little bit about you. You couldn't let her just have the whole documentary. You just had to make that little bit about you. So, yeah, very insecure. Don't like that in a man. Be secure. Or, if she's carrying on being this fabulously successful woman, just support her. Just support her and go, yes, be a kept man. There's no shame in that. Mr. P would love to be a kept man. I'd love him to be a kept man. But no, very insecure. Soz David. I thought, David. But Victoria, you're an absolute legend. So there you go. A bit of a cheerful one this week. I am going to be doing one more about baby loss awareness, and I will get that out in the next day or so. All right, guys, take care. I hope you're all right, and I hope you have a smashing weekend. Bye.